Yo, what's up? It's your boy Shadow_Slayer22, and today I'm gonna be coming at you with some MCC teams that I would like to see, or mainly participants for a large factor. There's a lot of new people on these teams in comparison to what normally attend the event, so you know these teams probably won't occur, but these are teams I would like to see, and I think for the teams that I've done, they are fairly balanced in proportion to each other, but not to the average event. I think they're all far too strong in comparison. So without further ado, let's get this kicked off. First team is Red Rabbits, which has Tommy in it, Rambo, Crispy Normal, and Sandwich Lord. Now, if you're wondering who Crispy Normal and Sandwich Lord are, you probably aren't, because they're much bigger YouTubers than me. But essentially, Sandwich Lord is what Tommy in it's coach for MCC, who's a fair bit smaller than him, but they should know each other fairly well at this point, so it'd be alright for them to be on a team. Crispy Normal is someone who's collabed with Sandwich Lord, and of course Rambo with Tommy. I think this team would have decent enough chemistry as a result for that rough link with Tommy and Sandwich Lord, and I also think that it will have a balanced enough viewership for a team, like amongst it on average in comparison to the other one, so I don't think it'll be losing much. And I also think it would be a very strong team, considering that I don't think a single one of these players are particularly weak at any of it, with Crispy Normal and Sandwich Lord being massive MCC Island players, so they're not really going to be lacking in much skill departments. So yeah, but as I say, the other ones are either stronger players but with a nerf, or they're just like similar-ish teams in terms of balancing. For the second team, we've got Cyan Coyotes, which has two of them from MCC Rising, with Kieran Dev, who are in Cyan Coyotes for that event, and then two people that they relatively interact with. I know they've done a couple videos with Bubbo, and Bubbo collabs a lot with Bablu, but essentially they all should know each other fairly well. And if we're going off of MCC Rising, then Kieran Dev should be able to do very well in the event, like by themselves. And I think Bubbo and Bablu are really around the same skill level, so these are just altogether probably like on par with the other team in terms of like balance. I don't think they have as much pop-off potential, but then I also think they're more consistent, so yeah. With the third team that I've got for this so-called event that won't happen, Purple Pandas, which has two MCC participants normally in CPK and Illumina, which I think is, like kind of fair, because it was the key way I wanted to balance out the chemistry, so to say, and have some familiarity. I mean, granted, the Tommy and Rambo one was another example of that. Mainly all the MCC participants in here are to either balance out a team in terms of like familiarity with it in proportion, considering the other teams are even more skilled, or just to make it so they're strong duos. So for example, the duos here really is Illumina and Curryway, and Lucky Ness and CPK, because of both of them duos relatively know each other. I'm hoping for this one, Curryway and Illumina, strong players, CPK also not lacking whatsoever. I'm hoping for this one that Lucky Ness is a big nerf, because of Illumina was like the best player of season 2. So really you need someone to nerf this team in comparison to the other ones, especially considering he's played far more MCC than all the like the whole of Cyan Coyote. So it's really important to hope that Lucky Ness is a big time nerf, which means that this team could do well, could do very bad. Anyway, on to the fourth team, Yellow YAKS, a full entire lifesteal team with Parrot, Branzycraft, Prince Sam, and Clown Pierce. Now this team, I don't know how well it would do. I know Prince Sam did fairly well in the Block Wars event, and I know for like the first one, And I know that Clown Pace and Parrot perform fairly well in the Tubnet events, on and off. But I don't know how they would work too much in terms of being great for MCC. Not a lot of them have a lot of experience, but you would hope that for PvP basis and with the experience of lifesteal, they'd be able to perform a lot better for games like Battle Box, survival games, just a general rationalizing and planning event like games. So, I think it's very well. It might be one of the weaker teams in this event, but I don't think having a team with Clown Pace is particularly fragile to the point where no balancing, and I think the other ones still pull their own weight. Coming into the fifth one, you got two more participants from MCC Rising, from the pink team I believe, with Nestorio and Speed Silver, along with Calvin and Fruitberries. Now Fruitberries would be the familiar player who's participating in a lot of MCCs and will guide them all. Calvin also participating a fair amount. I think the main thing is this team will have great chemistry, but I don't think that I say this lightly. I don't think Calvin is the strongest MCC player, and I don't think Nestor and Speed have played enough. So I think that team would be weighed down a little bit by that. But bar that, this is a really, really strong team. Really, granted, this is all from MCC participants, so it's not that much new. But in fairness, Nestorio and Speed Silver not really played much, so it'd be nice to see them in a couple more events. Coming in at number 6, I believe, Pink Parrots. Now, you may not know who any of these people are. I do, and I'll explain them toward you like now. Piggles, Dong Fortnite, and Man with Raft are all MCC testers that participate in Block Wars a fair amount. They're very good event players. And Caboodle is a little bit bigger of a content creator, I think, but nowhere near as skilled. I think I'm viewing them as the nerf of this team, really. But this is more of a balancing of getting decent chemistry, but also adding new faces in almost. And these obviously will be a lot smaller content creators. I think Piggles would be like the main, like the best player out of these, but as I say, ridiculously strong team with the 3 MCC testers. However, this is like key point that this team probably will never happen because they've been MCC testers. I don't know if they still are, but they've been MCC testers for ages, for so long. So this probably won't happen, but this is, I think, a very balanced team, and as I say, just a bunch of new faces really, which will freshen it up, but not a lot of them are majorly famous, so you can definitely see why this probably would never happen for multiple factors. But I think it's a fun, cool team, so I will stick with it. Coming in number 7, I think it's 7 at this point, the Green GECKOS, which is another full lifesteal team. This has got the other 4 participants from the Block Wars Golden Gorillas, with of course Prince Sam being on the other lifesteal team. But this is still a very strong team. I think the balancings here, I think Redoons will be their best player. I think Pangy and Rekrap will be consistent throughout, and I think Ashwag will be the best hole in the wall player of all time with his immense lag. So really pretty good team, solid across the board, and I think they're clouted up enough to be in the event itself, so this could be a team at some point. But as I said, there's been no lifesteal players in MCC, which is the big missing factor. They've got all the other sectors, but they just need some more lifesteal guys. Anyway, number 8, no, I don't know if I'll give an even time to each team, but yeah, but number 8, AQUA AXOLOTLS, Purpled, JoJo's, Wally Bear, and Leviathan. Now, this team, the reason why I've put Leviathan on is because he's collabed a lot with Purple and Wally Bear. Wally Bear's someone that you almost like need in the event at some point. But Purple and JoJo's are like the best, like up and coming. They've been like bar Illumina and Sapnap. They've been the best two players, especially of recent MCCs. So really, it's not. So really, I needed some like nerf, and Wally Bear I think will be a tiny bit worse than them in the event, if that. I think they're all three very, very strong players. I think the best games are like probably to get to the other side, really, or you could range that to PvP games. There's a bunch of games that they'll all be good at. So as a result, I've had to try nerf them with Leviathan, who I don't think is elite at Minecraft. I don't think he's very good, which is why nerf. But of course, still good chemistry, good vibes. I think all the teams that I've done, I've prioritized a decent amount of chemistry as well as just the teams themselves, but like making sure the people probably know each other. But if they don't, then my bad. But as I say, great, another pretty good team, I think. Granted, I did make them myself, so probably a little bit biased. But on to the next one, team number 9. Yeah, Blue Bats. This has got the two other ones from the Cyan Coyotes MCC Rising roster with Boostfur and Yellow Wool. I think these are the best ways to separate the duos, because although I really think that the order of them being skilled with the 4, I don't know if it's Colour Bros or whatever, but the 4 Boostfur, Yellow Wool, Kit and Dev, I think they're all in and about. I think Boostfur is the best of them, but he did the worst and Yellow Wool did the best in MCC Rising out of the 4. So I really think that this will be a fair balancing anyway amongst them. I think here and Dev and all would be better chemistry than Boostfur and one of them, but mainly because they have a channel together. But I've put these two, and then Rochambeau and Leowook to have 2 lifesteal participants along with them. I think Leowook and Rochambeau might have participated in a couple. I'm pretty sure Leowook has participated in a couple of things with Boostfur, like to net events or whatnot. So it really depends. But I think this will be a good team in terms of chemistry. I think they'll get along pretty well, and I think most importantly they're all pretty good in and around the area. And then the final team, which could be the strongest, could be the weakest, but I am personally my favourite team, if it clicks, Orange OCELOTS, which has like the best, like 4, my general best 4 group I come up with. This is a group that I like made thinking of this list. I knew this team already. This team is no way made by me. This team has been around for many events, with Fire Breathman being the best player in the Underdogs event, Wolfie being, I wouldn't say equally as good, but still very good, and then Mr. Cat also being a great player in his own right, especially with Block Wars. And then Animagician is hopefully the nerf for this one, because I actually think this is, I don't know if in proportion this team will be stronger, but the benefit they have is all of these are old MCC testers, so they should know their way around the event fairly well. So you can hope that it's balanced, but you know, it's no guarantee. So yeah, those are the teams. I'll just do a quick recap through them again for if you lost your attention. So you got Orange, Blue, Aqua, Green, Pink, Lime, Yellow, Purple, Cyan, Red, and then of course this, which will be the thumbnail. So those are the teams. I hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry that I haven't uploaded in a while, but I'll keep up this monthly upload schedule at the very least while I've got stuff to do, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and click on one of these videos. You know the gist. I'll see you later. Au revoir.